Et it starts with the graphique, fonction de relation de graphique. So, indépendant, c'est X. Indépendant is Y. Okay. So, independent is always dépend à ça, okay? Next is fonction graph. So, there's one that is fonction. Fonction. So, ça c'est correct. This is correct. But there's others that is incorrect, which is these ones. Because there's one X, there's more than one Y. So this probably has 8 to 1, and there's only one Y. Okay, that is not a function. Next is réciproque. Réciproque, c'est l'inverse. Ça veut dire l'inverse des fonctions. So it should be something like this. Okay? So when you flip the X, Y égale à X plus B, you flipped it. So X égale à X plus B. So you isole the Y and you put the X minus B, and then you do divided by A equals to Y. And then you flip it over. This is rationnel. Ça, c'est la règle de rationnel. Okay, next. So now it's propriété de fonction. This was in the exam. So there was domain. Wait, just let me check it. Okay. So there's domain. Domain is X, okay? Image ou image, which is Y. Okay? So domain is start to bottom, so here. And codomain is up to down, so here. So in this règle, it should be something like here, here, and here, here. That's X, and that's Y. Okay, next. Oh, and to write it down, it should be something like élément de moins infini à 1. Should be something like this. Y, X, or Y. Okay. Abscisse à l'origine. Abscisse à l'origine is the axe. The axe is this. So this is the axe of X, and this is the axe of Y. So abscisse is this one, and origine is this one. So il y a toujours un abscisse à l'origine. Ah ouais, hold on. Oh, il y a un origine. Oh, but one thing. Origine. Ordonnée, my bad. Ordonnée and abscisse. So there's always one abscisse ordonnée à l'origine, and there's more than one abscisse à origine, but it could be only one because there's only one règle. If there's two règles, there's might be possibly more than one abscisse à l'origine. So to write it down is for the ordonnée is f fonction de 0 égale à moins 3. Or here it should be something like 7. Abscisse, it should be like s equal to énumération, because there's more than one. This minus 4 and minus 3. Let's say that. If there's only one, so you do énumération 1 or 10. Okay? And next, signe, positif and negatif. So in this règle, I'm gonna do like one here, and a courbe here, okay? This is the negative, and this is the positive. Simple as that. To write it down is f de x plus grand que 0 si x est élément 2, and then you do the thing. So for example, here to here to here to here. This is the only thing you need to know. You only need to have the x, okay? So for example, if you say minus 10 here, minus 5 here, 6 here, and 12. So quand le f de x est supérieur à 0, so that means positive. So positive is 10 to minus 5. Enumération to 6 to 12. And basically it's the same thing, but f de x est inférieur à 0 si x est élément 2. Variation croissance-décroissance. I might just skip this one, but f est croissant quand x est élément 2, But we're going to talk about it later with the fonction de racine carrée. It's completely different. It's probably the opposite, but we'll learn about that later. Variance maximum et minimum, so it's basically what can I say? Fonction de x, okay? So admet au maximum est égal à 5 et égal à moins 5. So the y, so here and here. This is the maximum and this is the minimum. And all you need to know is the y, okay? Here is the y, okay? So here. So if it's 10 here and this is minus 11, so the minimum is minus 11 and the maximum is minus 10 plus 10, okay? All right, next thing. I think I went over everything. Okay, so next thing. Opération de fonction. Oh, this is 1.1. Okay. So there's 5 types of opération de fonction. There's the positive, negative, time, division, and O. Okay. So positive, you just add both of the function in one function. Okay. So so basically, we're always going to use the same one. Okay. So f de x is the x au carré plus 4x plus 6. Okay. And égal à 3x plus 6, okay? I did it purposely. This is degré 2 and this is degré 1. Okay, so addition, you just do 2x, 2 plus 4x plus 6 plus 3x plus 6, okay? So fonction de h, or you can say f plus g x égale à 2x au carré plus 7x plus 12. Simple. And minus, basically the same thing, but in minus. Okay? But now, je dois distribuer. Okay? And plus is fine. But here you gotta distribute, so here should be minus. So 2x, 2 minus 3, so x minus 6, so 2x plus x. Okay. Or simplify it, x, 2x plus 1. Okay. Next thing is the multiplication. So multiplication, basically again, same thing. but now it's in multiplication. This is going to be a long part, but basically it's 2x, 3x plus 6, and then then distribute again, so 4x, 3x plus 6, and then 6 times 3x plus 6. So you should have something like x3 plus x2 plus x plus b. So again, just like in the quiz. Division, tu fais division. But this is not a good example for division, but should be, you do the same thing but in division. So like this. Division. So F line G égale à. Sometimes you can find it. Des fois tu peux trouver, des fois you can't. Sometimes it's just this. Because you can't find plus petit commun. But for example, what if it's something like 2x plus 6? Tu peux développer and then do xx, so it should be 2x plus 2x plus 3. And x plus 3. Tu simplifies. Okay. And rond. Rond. This is the complicated one. I'll take a little bit more time with this one. Fonction rond is basically putting fonction de f in the x of g, okay? You gotta know. Okay, so for it's y, f, c'est la fonction du y qui est à l'intérieur du x du g, ok? Si tu comprends ça, tu comprends la fonction de rond, ok? So, basically, is you do, let's do a mission situation. So, fonction de f is, let's say, Hannon's money, okay? And x is Hannon's time. Okay? So, we know a function that the g is Hannon's trying to think. I don't know. Dot. But x should be Hannon's cost, okay? This and this are the same thing, right? So you put this into the x of fonction de g, if that makes sense. So I will put it in numéro. So f de x is dx plus 4, and fonction de g is 4x au carré plus x plus 12, okay? So you know that the function of this is basically the same thing of the x of this, of the fonction de g. So what you gotta do is you just remplace tout le fonction, because you know that the function is equal to 2x plus 4. So you put the 2x plus 4 on the x, okay? Two x plus 4 au carré plus 2x plus 4 plus 12. Okay? And that's all. That's the function of rho. Simple as that. Oh yeah, and if you do a mise en situation and everything, this is going to give you a function de domaine, okay? So, for example, it's mostly in addition, I think subtraction, multiplication, division, and yeah. So domain is sometimes when you add both of them, both of the function, sometimes the domain is surpassing the other, right? So if you, for example, we're doing addition again. So this is function de f, okay? So the domain here is here to here, right? But the function de j, it's here to here. So this is a problem because when you add both of them, it's you can't surpass the other one. For example, here, you can't. When you add both of them, you can't surpass here. The x can't surpass. So that's why you gotta find the domain first. So for example, the domain of here is moins 12 et infini. Let's say it's infini. And here is moins 10 and 17. Okay? I recommend to do a line of it. So there's 12, there's 10, and there's 17 and infinite. We don't put infinite. So we make a line. So there's 12 and infinite. So 12 is here, infinite here. And you make a line to 10 to 17, okay? So the only thing you can have between these numbers is all this. So it's minus 10 to 17, which is here. Okay? So yeah, that's what you gotta do. So when you find une règle, fonction du domaine, yeah. So you're gonna have a règle. So first thing is do the domaine of les deux fonctions, and then second you do the règle, and the answer should be something like f plus g x, and then ta ta ta, and then domaine dom f plus g equals dot 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 dot. Okay. 1.1 done. Now fonction racine carrée. E-boy. Function racine carrée is gonna be the complicated one. So okay, before we do everything else, we gotta do the propriétés radicaux or the propriété de fonction, the racine carrée or the exposant. Okay, so the first thing is when it's like something like 2 on 3, it's basically saying that racine carrée of 2. Or we do another version, racine carrée of 2 on 3. Okay, so if I give you this, what should it be? Correct. 15 on 5. Okay, next one. So 2 times 5 is basically the same thing as racine carrée of 2 times racine carrée of 5. Simple. 3 is division, okay? So here, these two are the most important one. This one and this one, okay? Because here, you gotta know that here 2 times 5 is equals to racine carrée of 10 and oh, never mind, you can't do something. Let's do something else, like wait, let me bring my calculator. 8. 2 times 8, okay? You can do 16, and racine carrée of 16 is 4, okay? So compared to this one, this one is more like looks more good, right? Okay, so this one, the 3, it's division. So A sur B, okay? So you're trying to eliminate the B here, okay? The thing you're trying to eliminate here, right? So what you gotta do is first you transfer the racine carrée on both sides, and then you do times racine carrée of B. So now it's gonna be, well, look at that. It's basically the same thing as 2 now. Okay, so we're gonna do one example. So 8 sur 2 racine carrée. First you transfer the racine carrée, and then you time the racine carrée by 2 so that you can eliminate the racine carrée at the bottom. Racine carrée 8 times racine carrée de 2. 8 times 2. Continue. It's 16, racine carrée 4. Done. So compare 8 sur 2. Which one looks good? This one, right? So here. Okay, next one. Légué. Nah, pussy. Next thing. So now we're gonna know fonction de racine carrée. Okay? So, la base, c'est fonction de f is racine carrée de x. Yeah, that's all, okay? This is fonction de base. Fonction de canonique this is the one we're mostly focusing on, is a racine carrée de b x moins h plus k. No, plus k, okay? So the thing you gotta know, let's do little by little, okay? So let's start with A and B, okay? So A and B changes everything, okay? They're the one that tells us how does it forms, okay? So there's both of the A's, that is A that is plus grand que zéro and B that is plus grand que zéro. So both of them is positive. So it should be something like this, okay? When A is negative and B is positive, it should be something like this. When both of them is negative, it should be something like this. And as you can see, when B is negative but A is positive, it's going to be something like this, okay? There's like a technique with this, okay? So what I would do is, there's 2 ways of doing it. Memorizing it or just write it down on the feuille de note, okay? You can know like a technique. Look, so you know here that the A is positive, so ça va à X, that is positive, but the B, oh, I mean the B is positive, but the A is negative, right? Here. So what I would do is replace, when you're trying to think which is negative, which is positive, what I would do is A and B is X, and A is Y, okay? So for example, if you don't know, like, if you have a graphique and then you're like, ooh, which one is this one? Okay. First, what I would do is relocate it, that the dot here, the H and the K goes to the nearest at the center. Okay. This is the first thing I would do. Okay. Now you look at the x and the y. So the x is positive, and then the y is positive too. So a and b is positive. Okay, but there's another example. What if I do this one? Relocate it to the center. Okay, so now both of them is negative. Oh, not a good example. Hold on. Let's do this one. Ah, damn it. This one. Yeah, this is a good one. Okay, so here you relocate to the center. So center. So here it's x is negative, but y is positive. So here the b is negative, but the a is positive. As you can see, a is, oh, look at here. A is positive, but b is negative. See, this is a trick that I found, basically. Okay, so let's move on. So what I've been writing in the figure nut is a is basically y and b is basically x. But don't put in the exam fonction de base, fonction de x. Don't write this. What I would say. I was gonna say a y racine carrée de b bx. I'm looking at you, Milo. Just take it away and put a racine carrée de b and then dot dot dot. Okay, next one. I'm gonna take this away. Okay, now we already did the a and the b. Now we're doing the h and k. H and k is where it stops. Okay, so logically you see it as a graph. You see that it goes like here to here, right? False. It goes downwards. It always goes to the center. That's why I told y'all to put this to the center as close as possible. If it's something like this, try to put it in the center, try to look at the A and B, and then put it back. Okay? So this goes downwards. So here. Okay? But the A and K is here because it's always on the center. Okay? So let's go to the basic. So this is H and K. So H, K, so X, Y. Here it should be minus 1, 2. Oh, should be 2 to minus 1. Simple. What else? And then the X and Y is basically, you know, since second secondaire. Okay, now we're gonna do résolution. This was in the exam, so you just gotta focus. Just gotta focus with me. Fonction de f égale à 6 racine carrée. Oh yeah, by the way, fonction de racine carrée, we will have propriété de opération that I mentioned here in this. There's gonna have fonction racine carrée in this. So bear with me. So 4x moins 12, okay? Plus 8. So here, if you want to decompose it, that's what I would do, is analyze it first. First, analyse. Analyse, okay? Initial. There's going to be one in final too. So A, B, H, K. So the A is 6, the B is 4, H is 12, and K is 8, okay? What you can do is divide it. So 6 racine carrée de 4, x moins 3, plus 8. Okay? Now, this is This is technique 2. You know that technique 2 is A fois B, basically racine carrée de A fois racine carrée de B. So here is 6 racine carrée de 4 x moins 3. Oh, racine carrée de 4 is 6 times 2. Then racine carrée de 3x moins 3 plus 8. And then you do 12. Racine carrée de 8 moins 3 plus 8. Okay. One common mistake. You can see that you can divide this by 4 and you can divide this by 4. But don't do that. Why? Because this is this one too. Okay? So when you can't do anything, I would not recommend to simplify the K and then the A. Okay? Never do that. Because in the middle, there's always the H and the B. Okay? So this is the simplified version of it. Notice how it looks less like a lot. Look, now the 0 it's 1. The B is 12, 3, and 8. You always, the whole purpose of this so that you can have the B at 1. Because now we can just look at the graph and then you can just look at the A. When A is positive, you're just good. Okay? You always got to put the B as 1. There's only 2 options when the B is, okay? It's either -1 or B positive. Because, look, I'll show you in decimals, okay? Show you in decimals. 12 racine carrée, what's racine carrée? Racine carrée de x moins B, let's put G, okay? Racine carrée de x moins 3. What was that? X moins 3. What's going on? What is going on? Going on. And plus 8. Okay. Yeah. Okay. 11:30? 11:30 is already 12. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Rabate. Okay. So here, look. 1 is here. It looks simple, right? Look at it. If we put it to -9, it's going to be something like this. We just want it to be perfect, either -1 like this, or 1, okay? We want the A to take away the B, okay? So it's either -1 or 1, okay? Try to put it as possible. That's the simplified version of it. I'm back. Okay, so now, since I've told you that B is either -1 or +1, okay? Because we're gonna know later that it's very important. Because we're only trying to find the A, okay? But we're gonna talk that later. So now, the next thing is I think it's trouver la règle. So to find the règle. Oh, the réciproque. Okay. So let's replace this by x. Let's replace this by y. So x equals to a racine carrée de b x moins 4 plus k. Okay. So this is the restriction, and this is how the restriction is. Okay. In blue, in purple is this is the correct one, and the red one is the réciproque. Okay. So you know the complete opposites, as you can see. So to do that, I will write this in the note d'étude. So you transfer the k, so x minus k, and then you divide it by a, and then all that you racine carré by 2, okay? And it should be something like x moins h, okay? And with all of that, you divide it by b, okay? And then all of that you do plus h, okay? And this will equal to x. There's some ways that you can simplify it. Like, for example, you can put the b on the racine carré, or you can transfer it, everything. But here, there's nothing to simplify because we can't find any like numbers. Now the next thing is, hold on. Okay, so the next thing is, we already did the réciproque. Now we're gonna trouver des règles, okay? So I'm gonna draw a règle. You do, okay. Okay, so here. So the point is, this is the point, this is the H and K, and I'll give you this. This is 2, 0, and this is 3, 5. Okay, so what I would do first is try to relocate the thing to the center. So here, so that means that the A, so first thing is trying to find the A, whether A admin is positive or negative, which is A is Y and B is X. Okay, so both of them is negative. Negative, negative. Okay, so the second thing, now you put everything in the règle. So Y is 0 equals to B, which is negative, okay? BX, oh no, BA, parenthèse, racine carré minus, okay? It's B here. If it would have been positive, just don't put anything, but it's negative. Racine carré, X is 2 minus 3. Do I have space? No, I don't. Plus 5. Simplify it, you're gonna find the A, dot, 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 okay? So the règle is gonna be f de x égale à moins a moins 2 moins 3 racine carrée plus 5 x. Okay? The thing is, you're never gonna find b, okay? You're not trying to find b because you will overcomplicate yourself. Always put b minus 1 or 1, okay? Whether if b is positive or negative. Like here, okay? Now next thing. So yeah, you find the only thing you gotta do when you find the règle, they're gonna show you a graph, you just gotta find the A. Simple as that. Okay, next thing. The first thing is, you can't, when racine carré, so dot dot dot, like x minus 3, when it's a negative, this means it's aucune solution. Because you can't racine carré on negative, because it's either a positive or a negative, and we learned that last year. And the other thing is the restriction. So x minus 3, so x n'égale pas à 3. Okay? Now, let's do une équation, something like 4 racine carrée de 4 moins 2x found racine carrée de 6, okay? So first we simplify it. We isolate this. This is what we isolate, okay? So you divide it by, 26. You divide both sides by 4. So it should be something like racine carrée de x moins 2x égale à 6. Okay? Plus grand que 6. So now we're done, okay? Now this, you gotta separate it. There's the restriction sign, and there's the actual size. This one. So the restriction is always the opposite of the symbol. So if the symbol is this one, the restriction is going to be the opposite, okay? And it's always following 0. So for example, if it's something like this, the restriction is going to be this. Always the opposite. So here you do x moins 2. So, and then you take away the racine carrée because we don't need it no more. And you continue x plus grand. And then the other one is plus grand que 6. So we're gonna follow this one in here. And it's simple. So I'm gonna give you one, and you gotta do it. So there you go. Whoa, 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 whoa. There you go. Pause. Try to figure it out yourself. And this one, okay. So you will see that this one has a trick. You simplify it, so should be something like so. You transfer. There's the one that is restriction, so opposite. And then the other one is non-restriction, which is the actual one. But wait, have I not told you one of the condition? The first condition is you can't do a racine carrée. You can't do it. So this would be great. Hold on. Get out. I'll turn off the fan. Yes, it got out. It got out. It got out. It got out. Okay. So like, yeah, this is a Ocker solution. So that means that is infinite. Okay, we're gonna learn that in drawing. Hold on, I'm gonna draw it. Yeah, 3. Okay, I'm gonna draw it. So here, so the racine carrée is this, okay? And the domaine de restriction or domaine here it's at the x is -3, so -3, okay? And here 42, -42, okay? So there's a line here, okay? It stops at here. But since you can't find anything here, because you can't do racine carré of a negative, it doesn't stop. So it continues all the way to negative. That's why. And I think that's all. Oh, so in the exam, yeah, this is the last thing. And then we're good. So the last thing is they're gonna give you a formule, and then you gotta find the image, the domaine, the codomaine, the valeur initiale, zéro, et la signe. Okay? Yeah. So to find the domain and the image, you just gotta look at it. You look at the x. So hold on. When you look at the x, you always gotta try to find the x of the h. And then it always goes to infinite, okay? It doesn't stop unless it has a restriction. No, unless he has an inequation, but there's no inequation, so it's infinite, okay? So the domain is 2 to infinite, and then the codomain is -8 to infinite. Yeah, simple. So let me just write it down. Domain is minus infinite to image is -8 to infinite. Okay, so the variation, okay? So there's croissant and décroissant, okay? You always got to look at it like this. It goes down. It doesn't go up, okay? It always goes all the way down to here. It always goes towards the H and the K, okay? Okay? So it's décroissant. So you look at it, it goes to infinite to 2. So this, no. This, yes. It's infinite 2. Oh, well, look at that. Domain and codomain. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You just got to do it yourself. Valeur initiale. Valeur initiale, sometimes it doesn't have it, sometimes it does. Mine does. Look, you can see. Valeur initiale, you just put the y as 0. So I'm not going to do it, but yeah. They're going to give you like another dot so that you can replace it. So probably like -4, -4. And then you put the règle and everything. The 0, instead of putting, oh, you put the x, my bad, my mistake. This is the 0, my mistake. This is the 0 when x est égal à 0, okay? When x is equal to 0, that's the valeur initiale. You basically do the same thing so that you can find the y. And here you find the x. And then the scene is, the thing in the scene is you're trying to find the 0. When you find the scene, whether it's positive or negative, first thing you gotta do is find the 0. And then with the 0, you just look at the image, and then it's infinite to 0, 0. So for the positive, it's infinite to 0, and then the rest is negative. Yeah, that's all. See ya.